It's Friday. Get my groove on. Chico, you don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that Southern Soul. Get your little yak in a glass.
That's crazy. I was just singing some something so yesterday, listening to it. You know what I mean?
It's
We'll get
Friday,
into that though.
Chico. Freaky Friday, as we like to call it when you around. We're going to talk Buffs. We're going to talk Shadeur. We're going to talk Michael Irvin. We're going to talk HBCU homecomings. This is the morning run.
As we always do about this time.
Not like Delta.
Runners, mount up. Got to be handy with the
Chico,
steel. Earn your keep, if you know what I mean. What's up,
I
Unc?
got I got a question for you.
Oh, here we go.
Nothing to do about the topics we aforementioned topics. Just I mean you Chico, you're a smart guy, you cut to the chase. This ain't a trick question. I just want to get your analysis on something. If it's about 7, 8, 9 in the morning, you just getting up, getting going, and you find yourself musty, what that mean?
I mean, you went to sleep musty.
That's what I thought, Chico. That's what I thought. A lot of folks went to bed musty last night.
You ain't lying. Stinky booty little baby boys and girls out there in the world today. We appreciate you coming on here and joining us on the morning run, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, all the way to 7 a.m. Hawaii time to 1 p.m. Eastern time. We got you covered across the nation. Dukes the Scoop will be joining us shortly. It's Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico. Unc, you can see, is right there at one of the most beautiful places in college football, most picturesque places in college football. That's Folsom Field. So the Colorado Buffaloes are now practicing right now. We're going to get into what's going on out there, what Unc sees, and preview the Iowa State game coming up tomorrow. So y'all put a TMR in the chat if y'all rocking with us. Put a W in the chat. Put your city, your state in the chat if you're rocking with us. We'll talk about Shadeur Sanders, Michael Irvin, Colorado football, HBCU, like Unc said, and everything else in between. Questions, put them in the chat. Super chats will be read. You understand me? Not R-E-D, but R-E-A-D. Oh, now, Unc.
Chico, like you said, man, here at Folsom Field, practice is taking place behind us, a walkthrough practice, no pads, no hitting the day before game. Out there going through mechanics, cleaning some things up, making sure everybody's I's are dotted, T's are crossed. You may be able to hear something taking place back there, excuse me, because it is high tempo and spirited. Man, big shout out to Coach Prime. You know, as many of you know, that he announced on Tuesday was having surgery and had that surgery and was back at practice on Wednesday and is out there right now on his Segway. So trying to limit his walking around, but he's doing some riding around and engaged in practice. So it's business as usual in Bolton.
Nice. Nice. We're going to go a little bit in depth later on,
Yeah.
guys and gals out there. But if we can go a little bit to Cleveland, where Shadeur Sanders is, and
He's
whether he's number
1999. He turned on. What you know about Bone Thugs, man?
he's 1999. What? The Cleveland is the city where we come from. I used to tell people that was my cousins because my last name Cleveland. No, you can lie to people about anything. Like, man, they're my
You
cousins.
really
They come
can.
from my city.
Because I'm going to tell you this, Chico. A lie ain't never got mad about who told it. A lie don't care.
You ain't
A
lying.
lie want to be told.
Right. Doesn't care who tell it.
No.
So we have a clip right here we can react to from Shadeur Sanders in the locker room speaking on his teammates. Shout out to everybody out there. Y'all make sure y'all listen to this and give us y'all thoughts on it also.
Let's do
Say anytime players that I came in with and that I spent a lot of time with, they get moved up and they're able to have a vital role in this offense and this piece. I get extremely excited for, and I'm playing through them. You know what I mean? I'm excited just as them every time they get out there and run a route and everything. Cause
Hold up, sorry, Unc. Sorry, I got an Unc question. Is that like the Herm of the Cleveland Browns right there standing next to him, making sure everything's straight?
I don't know. Shout out to Herm. If he has a mic in his hand, he's probably a local reporter that's just in the shot.
Oh, is that his mic? Well, it could be his mic right there. I might.
It's just amazing that you start somewhere and then you're able to evolve and get to a different level and go out there and actually be able to execute it. Just like Dylan, like whenever he got moved up to QB1, I'm like, that's lit, bro. You got to make sure you handle everything the right way and just continue being him. So, like for me, overall, I'm just happy. I'm excited that everybody is living their dreams, and I'm living my dream also. Come every day and be able to work.
There you go. I think that's one of them answers that matter of fact, what you think,
I just think, man, it ain't a hater bone in his body. Like he is truly one of those guys who lives, the biblical tenet of want for your brother like you want for yourself.
Mm,
And so here are people who were drafted with him or undrafted free agents with him who have gotten not just roster spots like they all have, but designations such as DB2 or S1 or whatever the case may be. And he is just as happy for them in their situation as he would be if it was him. And he's not having a pity party because it's not him. I mean, you just talk about a consummate teammate, consummate good guy. That's what you have, in Shadeur Sanders. And you can see the genuine appreciation for the process on his face and with his smile as he articulated all that. That, like, even Dylan, who I'm competing against, when he went to QB1, man, let's do it. Let's lit, bro. Because here's one thing that Chico, and I know, and a lot of the runners out there know. There's no need of being envious of somebody who has done it, because literally all they're doing is proving that you can too.
wow.
And so, like, if let's say you got a YouTube channel that covers kittens,
Mm-hmm.
and you got 5,000 subscribers. You look up one day and you see a channel that covers kittens that got 500,000. There's no need to hate on them. They're actually showing you it can be done.
That's a fact.
And so if
There you go.
Dylan can come in a couple of, rounds ahead of me and get it, why can't I get it?
Yep.
So Shadeur is just a good person raised like that, man. Like he ain't mad because somebody else got something that he got, and he ain't mad that somebody got something before he got it. He's genuinely happy for people, and that serves as a motivation for him.
That's
You should
dope.
want for your brother that you want for yourself.
That's a fact. I like how you put that, man. And he's showing support to Dylan, somebody he came in with. He's still gonna feel like he has a connection with him. If you come in with this guy, even though the media might say something on the outside, their relationship might be like this. Who knows?
Yeah,
Especially if he
absolutely.
have that connection.
Absolutely. And let's pretend for a second that it's not. Let's go the opposite way. Let's say they're not boys, they're just co-workers.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about the movie Troy, was really about Achilles. I think Brad Pitt played him. When one of the princes of Troy fell down, slipped on a rock, and they were battling, Achilles stopped and helped him up. Like, no, get up, get yourself, because I don't want nobody to say I beat you because you fell on a rock.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
so, whereas fans may be sitting around and hope Dylan fails and so Shedeur can move up, Shedeur is sitting there like, no, let him be the best he can be because I want to beat the best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the job because he sprained his ankle. I don't want the job because he threw 6 picks. I want the job because I whooped his ass at practice and I earned it.
I don't want the job by default, so to speak. No,
Mm-hmm.
dog. I like that. That's competitive nature. That's that Sanders in him. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
would think. And Shadeur is gonna be successful no matter where he is, no matter what goes on in Cleveland. Excuse me, if Cleveland messes it up somehow, some way, or whatever, I think
Oh, they
Shadeur
gonna mess it up.
will be successful. Coach Prime, his pops was on David Carr and Derek Carr's podcast, and he said that basically he wanted Shadeur down there in New Orleans, of course, with Derek because he knew that he would basically help him out. He's a good guy. He inspired him with some good words. I could bring up the quote right here to quote it exactly, but the point is he wanted him in New Orleans with D Carr. What are your thoughts on that? And I know we expressed that we definitely want him in New Orleans too. But what's your thoughts on what Coach
Yeah,
Prime?
yeah. I mean, I love that Coach Prime said it, and here let me be a butthole and talk about how me and you said it first on the morning run.
Mm.
before the draft, during the draft, and after draft. Because what I saw not only was a need in New Orleans to have a bona fide quarterback, which has been proven to be the case, I saw a cultural fit and a personality fit. You know, much like when Coach Prime went to Atlanta and that city was just able to embrace him from a cultural standpoint. You know, whether it was him and Dominique Wilkins with a nightclub, whether it was the Magic City and the hip hop scene coming alive, no matter what it was, ATL was a chocolate city. And here you got this guy from Fort Myers, Florida, from Florida State, you know, with the gold chains and the Jerry curl, even though it was dry and looked wet, like it
Right.
just fit. And you saw the same potential thing with a Shadeur Sanders going to New Orleans. You know, that is a chocolate city environment. You know, people, you know, are heavy into their faith down there, heavy into music and food. And it's just a tourism mecca where a melting pot of people come together and just straight up kick it for all kinds of things, whether it's wrestling events, Super Bowls, you name it. His personality just fits their culture to their city. We had your homeboy We That song, you
Right.
know, and he was like, "Man, what opportunity that the Saints blew." And here, look at them now. They just finally got a win, but struggling at quarterback, and Shador was right there.
Sitting right there, sitting pretty for him. Number one selling jersey could have been in New Orleans. You feel me? All type of stuff, but it's still a possibility because we saw Joe Flacco get traded right up the street to Cincinnati. Who knows what can happen from here on out as far as them wanting to trade one of their rookie quarterbacks that they have, them finding a rookie quarterback, because that's what they have to do. They have to pick out of that litter right there. You got two puppies left.
Yeah,
Which one you gonna go with?
I love the way you put that, because you can't forget you still got a big dog there, Deshaun Watson.
That's right. That you paid
You
a
know,
lot of
and
money
and
to.
when all three are healthy, I mean, given not when, if all three were healthy, because of the contract and the money situation, you have to go Watson to see if he still got it. If nothing else, to put trade bait out there so people can see he still got it and want it. And so,
Exactly.
like you said, Chico, very well said. At some point, you got to pick between the two young pups you pick and let one of them go.
That's right. That's right. Because I definitely done pulled up to try to buy some pit bull puppies. And I got to pick between the last two. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I hate picking between the last two. I like getting there when there's about seven of them, and I watch them interact, and then
Yeah.
I separate them and see how they act.
Yeah. I
You
like that.
know, yeah, you gotta see how they respond. I make a loud noise and see which one of them jump and cry, or which one of them just look up at you. You know.
Got a Neely come by. You can put little
Oh
puppies through.
man, look, let me tell you something, man. If Neelys don't know nothing, we know food and dogs. Man, we look. I could Chico, I come to your house right now, and you done had a dog 5 years, and I get that dog to leave with me.
No. Feed the dog under the table. We know what you're doing. We know your trick. But you mentioned Chocolate City, Unc. And I know what that's a reference to, but we're going to go down to chocolate campus. How about that? Because Jackson could be considered a chocolate city, y'all.
Ain't considered. Man, Jackson, 82% black.
That's like when I would live in San Angelo, Texas. It was 85% Mexican. Oh, I knew I was there. So definitely, let's go down to Chocolate City, Jackson, Mississippi. What we
Look
got
at you in
going
the
on right here,
photo.
Unc?
Oh, I see my man J. Paul Sloan, Chris Evans right there. They out there. They out there on
What
the
up,
planet,
baby?
man.
Hey, baby, it's
Oh, now.
homecoming. It's good to be alive in Jackson, Mississippi, baby.
Hey, look, I was just telling Big Dog Chico, it ain't nothing like a HBCU homecoming, which means it ain't nothing like a JSU homecoming, because that's the premier HBCU.
Hey, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna try to get you this view from where we standing right quick. See if I can figure this out.
Let's flip that thing around.
They out
That
here,
is
baby.
live. That's live on the Gibbs Green Memorial Plaza at Jackson State University, 1400 Lynch Street. It is homecoming Friday. They go forward, Miss Jackson State. Look like she was digging her nose or something.
Yeah.
The premier is what it's called this year. No?
Evan, for the people who ain't there, the people ain't never been there, explain the vibe to them. What it feel like?
Man, it's nothing but black love out here, baby. Black excellence. Everybody coming home, celebrating life, celebrating the years you was on the yard, and trying to make sure we pave a legacy, leave a legacy for the kids behind us.
Nice, man. Hey, you going by each tailgate to get some good food? What you doing?
Hey man, you know I already know. Look, we just got here, so if you check back in an hour, it's gonna be a totally different Chris.
Hey, I don't know if we're gonna still be on, but I want the world to see that. I want the world to see that, Chris. So hit that link.
Hey man, it's out here. Hey, wish he was here, Sam man. Chico, we got to get you down here too.
For sure. I appreciate you, big homie.
Hey, Chico went to UAB, but Tuskegee tried to get him. Then when they invited him to homecoming.
Yeah, I've been to one black college homecoming. That's Tuskegee. So I
Hey
need to come to
Chico,
Hey,
experience
Paul
it.
Sloan, what you doing back there, man? I see.
Hey
Hey,
man,
Paul.
all I'm about to tell you is I'm proud of you, boy. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Make things happen. Be that
I
renegade, baby.
appreciate that love.
Yes, indeed.
Sir.
Hey,
hey,
hey, Evans, before you get off, man, you know I won't mind a little. Oh, he can't do it now. I'm sorry. Wait, let her move.
Is that the former Miss Jackson State right there?
Yeah, that's
You
for
talking about?
that's it. I was gonna ask to put the perv cam on, see what we can see.
Oh my
hey, I thought about that, but I ain't made it to that section yet.
Okay.
I'm headed that way.
That's right.
Hey, got Benny Black with us here.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Benny
What's
Black
happening?
in
What's
the
happening?
Big
in the house.
Nine.
What's happening?
Shout out. Hey man, that's a great vibe
Tyrone.
going on down there. We're gonna have to check. We're gonna check back in a minute.
Hey,
Hey,
when you get down there, when you get down there by the plot, check back in with us.
we'll do.
Already. They already playing some of that Southern Soul, Unc, that you was talking about.
Hey man, look, that's Southern Soul on Friday, baby. Like it, every song is about payday, a woman, or liquor.
That's right. I was out here in Hawaii. What was that? Yesterday, I just happened to play some of that some Southern Soul. I played it loud too. I said, whoever passed by gonna be hearing it. Like what? I know they from the South. Yeah, I was blasting. I was blasting it yesterday. Dukes, what's up, man? Wake up. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good now, man. They just said Shadeur got announced as quarterback too. I had to go fact check, but it's real.
Damn right. Shout out to Shadeur
Yeah,
Sanders.
man,
QB2.
I just made a video going off about this man not being quarterback too. Guess that one can't come out.
Because they was talking
No,
about
put it out. Put it out. That let them know they responded to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
then they had Zap or Zappe, Zappe. Had
Zap,
him as
trap, zappy, wappy.
yeah, had him.
Yeah, man.
People were
But
speculating that he could be number 2.
but Dukes, you had hinted at it, touched on it rather the other day when I mentioned how could he not be two, and we talked about the ineptitude of the Browns and they were going to move this guy from the practice squad. It's like, man, how much more ridiculous could it get had you done that? Like, if the guy was worthy of that, why is he on the practice squad?
Right.
Man, fuck crazy, man. Hey, what they say? Like my dad always say, man, you see a fool run his head into a wall, don't stop him, help him. Yeah, you like it, I love it. Go on.
You like
Don't
it? I
stop
love
him.
it.
Don't stop him. Don't stop him, help him.
Well, you know, we kind of touched on Shedeur earlier, and any thoughts on that, Dukes? Other than like give us a little snippet of some of what you said on your video.
Nah, just really just you can't you how can you justify that? And then I had a film expert come on and he just kind of talked about it a little bit, just as far as like what he saw from Shedeur in the preseason and just I mean everybody sees it like you had the man throwing the ball to equipment managers. It's like it's almost like one of them biblical tests where it's like we're gonna put you through all the hard stuff, but they not God. Like, why are y'all doing it? Like that's that's the Old Testament. Like Jesus was in like in the wilderness. Like, why are you doing this to Shadeur Sanders? And that's kind of how I felt. Like, bro, what are y'all doing to this man? And it started to feel personal. So I'm glad that we're at the point where common sense, and which they say is not coming, but common sense is starting to take over the Cleveland Browns, where it's like, bro, this man should be quarterback too. And the fact that they got two, and I don't think I can't remember the last time I saw. It was probably Robert Griffin and Kirk Cousins the last time I saw two rookies be quarterback one and quarterback two.
Damn, you went back then. Yeah, that was crazy too. But I can see how I can't see how Shadeur Sanders wouldn't be number 2 in this position when both of these guys coming in as rookies. You've had them doing training camp. You got Deshaun Watson, as we spoke about earlier. He's not 100% healthy. Like, why would you bring in another guy from outside or a practice squad, whatever, to leap over Shedeur to be the number 2 spot? That's crazy. You got 2 highly touted freshmen, or not freshmen, rookies right here that you can let battle out and get all the reps that they can get, and you can truly see who could be your quarterback of the future.
Well, one thing I want to point out, man, to the runners out there is, barring injury, right, which no one wishes on any athlete. I'm not sitting here saying that's something desirous of Shadeur fans should want Dylan to go down with an injury. But barring that, which as we talked about before you came on, Dukes, even Shadeur wouldn't want it that way. But barring that, Chico, one thing y'all got to get ready to do out there as runners in the morning run is get ready to hold your nose and just deal with this stink. Because the garbage process started with the draft and it went through training camp. And because Dylan was drafted before Shedeur, and that hasn't changed, after camp was over or after Flacco was traded, then they're going to stay 1 and 2 until Dylan just absolutely stinks it up or something. Because the process is the process. You have to put the player out there where your money is until there just becomes this wide gulf that you can no longer ignore. In my mind, the gulf was there before the draft. The gulf was there during camp. You have cast your die, made this your lot. This is the way you want to go. So prepare for the Browns to be stubborn and stick with it for a while. They have proven that that's what they do. So I don't want y'all to, as much as it's exciting that he has moved up to number 2. It's kind of like the first time they let us use a swimming pool or something back in the 60s. The fight ain't over. Enjoy the pool, but there's still bigger issues coming. And believe me, because he was drafted ahead of Shedeur, he's going to be entitled to 1 or 2 bad games.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
he's not gonna have 1 bad game and they make the switch. That's not gonna happen. So prepare to hold your nose, be a little more patient. Cream rises to the top. God ain't brought Shedeur that far to leave him hanging right there. But don't get overly excited like this is something that's gonna happen next week.
Yeah. They have to justify picking him as high as they did. They have to try to make themselves at least seem right in some, fashion to say that we picked him in the 3rd round. They have to do that. They have to give him a
Yeah,
chance.
yeah, just for the sake of the books.
Yeah, that's for the sake of their jobs also. You can say, hey man,
Yeah.
you know, we drafted him, but we were also smart enough to draft, the 5th
But
round pick
man, look,
because we
what
knew.
did I say? What did I say yesterday? Deuce, Chico, and runners. It's 2 things I can guarantee you that Shadeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are capable of, and that is saving your job.
Mm,
And so when you damn right, Chico, when it gets to a point they got to make the change, and when they do make the change, and Shadeur turns it around, watch how quick they say, "I told you so." That's why we went. That's why we drafted him.
that's why we did it. So they have to set themselves up for that. I feel like we will let him play. If he pans out, he does so well to where we can't overturn it and take him out. You know, there it is. Now we justify it, and now we keep our job, so to speak. But those are the quarterbacks right there that the Browns has started since 1999. That's a
Yeah,
whole bunch of
the
guys
only
we
thing is
named.
missing is our 3 names. They might well have us up there.
We would have had just a
Yeah,
say about
they,
a
they,
chance to
they
get a
gave they
win.
gave worse jokers than us a shot.
He ain't lying. Like whoever the head coaches, come into and coach the Cleveland Browns, and you have some of these names on the list, you had to know that you was gonna be failing. Like, all right, no disrespect to y'all guys, but anyways, yeah, you had to know at some point that we're gonna get up and out of that thing. Dukes, had a lot of
Yo,
stuff go viral this weekend. One of the main things was number 88, Michael Damn Irvin, the one and only, the playmaker. Kind of went off on a podcaster, as they were saying, Facts Over Feelings podcast. Kind of went off on them on what they said about Coach Prime and with the fact that they used his image and Jerry Rice's image on the screen as they were talking about Coach Prime didn't play against any fast receivers. Thoughts on this situation, right here. So I'm sure you saw it, right? You saw the playmaker, right? Do I need to play it?
No,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'd say that was a very passionate rant by Uncle Mike, man. Shout out to Mike, man. Like, and I get it. Some people I hate it, and it's one of those things where I think sometimes people look. All right, perfect example. All right, last night I saw there was a guy on film. Cam had a game. We watched him on film all week long, and I said, Cam, I was like, man, you can't just come up. He ain't gonna come up, hit him. He ain't gonna want to. Just look at him on film. Cam getting the game last night. Cam said, Daddy, you need to stop watching film because he big and he fast. So I don't know. And every time you tell me and so sometimes when people aren't there, things don't look as big or as fast as they really are. And I think that's that's a part of the problem when we talk about guys who you didn't play against in the 80s. Because we all talk about Jerry Rice running a 4.7, quote unquote. But who you saw caught Jerry Rice from behind? So at the end of the day, I think sometimes, or like when they say Jordan and the guys in the 80s were playing against plumbers, like, bro, you have no idea what was going on right then in that moment. So I think sometimes that's probably where Uncle Mike got it from. He's like, look, bro, I hope you don't think you was gonna stand up in front of me and stop me. And that man said, what he said, I caught the ball where pain lives. So
pain.
And
in the midst of
Rock Dillon though, man, like Rock that's Rock Dillon, right?
Yeah, the Rock 'em Sock 'em, my dog. Not the Rock.
Yeah, man, you got to bring him on here, man. Like, so Rock knows. You know what I'm saying? I think he said he wore the 47, or he got the 47 jersey. Yeah, so he wear Michael Irvin suits. So yeah, I definitely saw it. I mean, hey man, sometimes like folks get mad, they just get mad. I get mad sometimes. That's all I say.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen Dukes come on the show with a swole up couple knuckles on his hand. So yeah, we know you get mad sometimes.
Dukes pops off now. Dukes will pop off.
Dukes Poppy. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know,
but you can't wait to call me Poppy, huh?
Let me
Pop. You know what?
I tried to hop on real quick, so just to pivot off of it. But
now you hopping on. Oh, Paul.
See, it don't mean the same when one of us say it, Chico. It's when you say it. Like I can say Dukes pop off, and nobody in the chat says anything. You call him Poppy because he popped off, then everybody like, here go Chico.
I meant to say Dukes popping, but it was really like it was really like the rapper. Remember the rapper Deuce Poppy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I'll say this, man. Dukes, like, there's been some times when you snap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you and I have a conversation. And one thing I've never tried to say is that you were wrong for snapping.
Right.
Because every person has their triggers and every person has where they feel there's a need to defend themselves.
Right.
And so who am I to say somebody's wrong for that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do your thing. I get it. What I will say is, like I've said to you and other people, be careful about when you pop off and who you pop off against, because sometimes you're giving them more exposure than they would have had without the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're all aware of what this podcast said because of Michael Irvin, not because of what the podcast said.
Right.
And then, and this can come across as in defense of the podcaster, we really wouldn't be having this conversation. The man didn't Google pictures of Michael Irvin slow. He didn't type in Google, show me a picture of Michael Irvin slow. He typed in a picture of Deion Sanders and the picture of Deion and Michael playing against each other come up. And because he used that picture, because keep in mind, when you watch the show, he never said Uncle Mike's name.
No, it was just
a picture. It was just a picture. And so if y'all think Mike snapped over a picture, what would have happened had the dude said Mike's name? But having said that, somewhere, you know, when you're sitting on the toilet in the morning or about to close your eyes at night, you go, damn, I wish I just used another picture. I'm sure that's happening.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's happening, or it's happened. But here's the conduit Dukes, and you know it as a guy who's had to snap before against somebody, and you had to snap down.
Yeah.
When you snapped, you didn't lie.
Oh yeah, nah.
And one thing about Mike's response, no matter how you feel about it, his word choice or his energy or his tone, whatever, you can't point out the lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he didn't just tell his truth, he told the truth. Because one thing about Michael Irvin, and I can say this as a witness because I was a Cowboys fan before he was drafted and still been one. So I was deeply engrossed in his whole career. Michael Irvin didn't just become a Hall of Famer; he became a Hall of Famer going up against Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Aeneas Williams is in the Hall of Fame, Southern Baton Rouge swag guy.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Allen is in the Hall of Fame. Deion Sanders in the Hall of Fame. Like the
Rod
people,
Woodson, Daryl Green.
Wilson is in the Hall. Daryl Green's in the people he had to face twice a season and sometimes 3 count the playoffs for all game long ended up with gold jackets too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, so whether that's a speed thing or a lack of speed thing, a mindset, determination, you really can't question the caliber of a guy who not only reached that pinnacle, but he reached that pinnacle battling other people that reached that pinnacle.
Right.
I mean, and this is the crazy part. Now, even we can just get into the debate about it. Now, was the original debate? It was saying that Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, didn't face fast wide receivers.
Yeah, I think where he was trying to drive the train was that in this era of football, the athletes are faster than they were in aggregate in that era. And he was making it a speed thing, to which Mike said there's more to receiving than being a speedster. You look at the Bang 8 route and the physicality of when we played. Like, it's two different leagues. I mean, people had this discussion all the time about like LeBron and MJ. You know, it's two different sets of rules and standards and eras. I think that, yeah, from a 30,000 foot view, probably every 25 to 30 years, people do get stronger and faster.
And bigger. Look at Jerry Jones, the
Yeah.
owner from the Cowboys. He was an
Offensive
offensive lineman. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
like,
5'3.5".
so I would imagine if you took 5 receivers per 32 teams right now and 5 receivers per 32 teams back then, that the receivers now would clock a little faster because that's just human growth.
And
But
but
that
you
doesn't
also
diminish that Deion Sanders couldn't check them now.
but you also have specialized training now, a
Mm-hmm.
lot more. All these 7-on-7s, different
Recovery.
nutrition, recovery, hypodermic chambers, and all these things, and a lot more technology and research, to go behind
Yeah.
what you're doing. So just imagine if those
And
players had
Chico,
that. Now,
Chico,
go ahead.
like, you can, like, I'd love to hear your viewpoint on this, because when you talk about advancements and stuff, when you look at like Jerry Rice on back, Jerry Rice, Steve Largent, I don't care if they white or black on back, them dudes put them stats up without gloves on.
Yeah,
Every receiver in the world now wear gloves.
and like Michael Irvin said, and I hope people understand this, in the midst of pain, he said he would have caught 200 passes in a season if he played in this era, because one, he made a point that he didn't catch a single ball behind the line of scrimmage. No bubble screens, no quick passes, no easy completions. He making his going against the DB and taking a lick in big
Yeah.
time
The,
situations.
the very lick, which was legal, that put him on the retirement path, would get you suspended today.
Exactly. Guys not
No,
even
man.
attempting or going for it.
The
So
Pro
yeah.
Bowl, they was playing for real in the Pro Bowl. They was
Yes.
have. Do you remember NFL skills NFL fastest man contest? Like this is stuff that nobody would ever do today, just because it's like, oh, like, they not having dunk contests. Like, these guys are athletes, like multi-sport athletes. It's like 2-sport athletes back in the day. Like, Kyler Murray would have played both. Yeah, he got drafted to baseball. He couldn't do it there.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Coach
I say
Prime,
this,
like, come on, bro.
I'll offer you this, Dukes. A lot of the things that current players enjoy the benefit of, that former players complain about not having had that when they played, is a result of those former players going through it. You look it is that the Michael Irvin and Deion Sanders as professional athletes had 2-a-days with pads on, that the NFLPA was able to get together, and the guys today don't have 2-a-days.
They
With or
went through
without
the
pads.
fire. so that you wouldn't have to go through the fire, dog.
Thank
Literally,
you.
damn.
And so it's like when I hear older guys like, man, when I was in college, we stuck it out. Yeah, because the transfer came with a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have had the same rules these guys have, which because you struggled and fought, that's why they have them, you would have
Yeah.
transferred too.
Yeah, damn right.
Mhm.
I told y'all the story. I would have transferred had they told me you got to sit out unless you go down a level. You got to sit out a year. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna sit out a year. But if the rules are different, I would have transferred. Same
Man,
thing with now, But Deion said, let's just say for the record, no, Deion Sanders could have been dropped off in any era of any sport, in my opinion, and could have been Deion Sanders, who he was. It would have still been prime time.
Period.
man, you
Because
tell
it
me.
wasn't just physical attributes, it was a mindset.
Right.
And
With
then
the
that's
whole
the same
package.
thing that Michael Irvin was saying too. He's like, my mindset about the game wasn't nobody gonna beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, you go 4x1 relay. I don't care where you go. Football speed. You give me Ozzie King, Eddie Kennison, Willie Gault, and I don't know, maybe Michael Haynes from the Falcons. If you go
Bob
find
Hayes.
if you go find, man, yeah, no, Cole Prime wasn't playing against him, man. But if you go find 4 guys,
oh, okay.
If you go, these are 4 guys that Prime played against. You go find 4 faster than them. I don't care what era you go to. And a 4-2 is a 4-2. And Coach Prime really say you run a 4-1. I don't care what era it is. When you that fast, it's that fast. That's really that gave him an advantage to do even more if we just gonna run. Because you ain't gonna outrun them.
And don't forget about Dukes, because I have jets that I can turn on when I want to. I have the ability to make this guy look open, so you will throw the ball.
Right.
Man,
and
how
speaking
much
of
faster
jets,
would Coach Prime be?
you think he beating me, but I'm letting him look beat
I'm
so you
baiting
can
you.
throw the ball. And
Right.
watch this. Ed Reed used to do it to Peyton Manning. Like, watch me head toward this hash, but once that ball leave your hand, watch me pirouette and go back the other way and get it.
And shout out to James Jett.
There's a lot of people just
James
can't do
Jett,
that physically.
Tim Brown.
Yeah, I mean,
Chico Cleveland.
Oh, I was cold-blooded with it now, but I didn't compare to those guys. I saw Roddy White run a 4.3, and I tried to go out there and do it, and ran a 4.6 something. And I was like, whoop.
Chico, you did not run no 4.6.
Who
over there? You.
Man, please. Ran 4.6. Never forget it. I know my speed, dog. I thought I was gonna run a 4.4. What you talking about?
Well, you did not run no 4.6.
What you think I ran then, dude?
Man,
4.7.
I ran a 4.6, 4.7, both of them.
A 4.6, 4.7?
I ran a 4.6 and a 4.7 the next time.
4.6 what?
4.67. I'll never forget it.
You ran a 4.67 and a 4.7?
And a 4.71 or 4.73, one of them.
I say 4.75 your max.
Yeah, I give you.
My best? 4.75? Yeah. How?
What year? Hey, Chick, you talking about the same year that I seen you where you almost clothesline buddy when you did the high five?
With them big ass.
I was 250 pounds then.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about when I ran that with Roddy at that time. I was playing wide receiver. I was Keyshawn Johnson at the time, dog. About 219.
Oh, okay, all right. I take that back. What was you running when you was at tight end when I saw you playing?
I'm definitely about 4.7, 4.8. Shit.
That's what I said.
That was tight end. I'm talking about when I ran it at my fastest. I felt like it was about 4.6.
I go for that.
Hey, dudes like Dukes. I'll be telling you all the time, Dukes. Let me just talk to my brother Dukes. Let me just tell you about it. Let me talk to my brother Dukes about my brother Chico. He just inclined to fight everything. Like, ain't nobody dissing him. Like, I'm giving at tight end at that size. At tight end at that size, I'm giving you 4.7.5 because you ain't doing nothing but going 4 yards and turning around.
Now Chico getting down there. Chico running the scene. See, look, now this is what I will say about Chico.
That was one play. I'm talking about for most of his reps, that joker blocking, shedding that block, and turning around. That's his job.
I was nice at it now.
I know you're nice at it, but you ain't got to be 4.2 to do that.
Right.
I ain't say I was. Listen, I just told y'all my speed. 4.6, dog. I'm telling you, I was a 4.6 at that time. About 220, I was 4.6.
Travis Kelce, Killer, they ain't running no 4.2. They ain't got to run no 4.2.
They don't have to. I was more quick than I was fast anyway. So
I know you
I'm
ain't
not
That's what
running
I'm
gonna
trying to
4.6. I
tell
know you
you
ain't running
about you,
4.6.
but you getting mad
Man, I
at me.
know. When somebody say you more quick than you more fast, you ain't running 4.6 no more.
my
Over with.
lateral was
Nope.
up there.
Whole
My lateral was up there.
4.7 tops.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll take a 4.7. I'll take whatever you give me. The point
4.7
is I'm getting
tops.
open. It wasn't a
Look,
track meet like
look.
Michael Irvin said. It wasn't a
Thank you.
meet. It was about getting open. And that's what I
That's what I'm
did
talking
with the
about.
best of them. I
Chico,
went up the middle and caught the pass in the midst of pain.
Chico,
What
when for that
pain
98%,
lives.
for that 98% that was tattooed on your ass, pause. You got to get off that block, find the green grass, and turn around, and the ball gonna be
Nothing,
right
Unc.
there.
That's what these hands for, Unc.
That's what
I
I'm
keep trying to
celebrating.
tell you.
Hey,
No, I'm
look.
telling
Now I'm gonna
you.
tell you. Now, this is what I do know. Chico had great hands because Hackney was throwing piss missiles. Okay, like Daryl Hackney. One thing about it, I ain't seen a whole lot of people from the city of Atlanta with a stronger arm than Daryl Hackney. That's the truth. And Chico was
That's a
catching
QB,
it
dog.
for sure. So I,
I'm
hey,
telling you. I'm
Chico,
not
now you
lying. That's
got my
QB.
respect. I'm just saying. I'm like, man,
Hey,
that
but
folks
every,
was a little
but
bit.
dude, every time we try to celebrate him, he take it as we pissing on him.
Dukes ain't celebrating. Dukes was kissing in the wind and calling it rain.
Yeah. Little folks,
Because we
little folks, 6, 4,
called
8,
you
Little
out on your
razzle
7,
lie.
dazzle.
We still celebrate.
little razzle dazzle.
4-4. Look, you ain't
Oh,
ran no
7, 6, 5.
No, I said I thought I would run a 4.4 because Roddy ran before me, and he ran it so like it was just effortless. And I was like, oh damn, that's how you do it. That was my first time running the 40. So I'm like, damn, that's how you do it. Just run it like that. So I did it and tried to run it like him. And that wasn't when I ran the 4.6. That was when they called out like a 4.7 something. And I was like, damn, maybe I need to try to run faster now.
And you know what, Chico? As a tight end with your responsibilities, that's a great speed. That's all I need.
Well, I appreciate it.
That's all we try to tell you. Is
All
that
I
you did a
needed
great
was
job. If you was running 4.7, that's a great job.
all I needed was an extra inch to go with that. You know, height wise, Dukes, goodness gracious.
That's what you said. Yeah. What was her name in high school? Chlamydia. What was her name? All I needed was an extra
Let me
inch.
tell you a story about the inch though. Watch this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this one real quick.
Now,
Like,
I know we're not gonna believe.
and it's not gonna be real quick either. When they came to do the measurements at the school, because they come to the school, they send scouts to the school to do the measurements, right? So Chico, knowing I'm only, like you said, people will think you 6'2", but you know you're not 6'2", right?
Yeah.
Same thing with me. People will say I'm 6'2" or 6'2.5", but I know I'm a little bit less than that. And I know I'm way undersized for a tight end also, right? So I come to the measurements or whatever. I got on about 3-4 pair of socks, the little footies, because I want that extra little inch, right? Everything matters, right? Everything counts. And that's a little secret out there for y'all if they haven't caught on yet. So I come in that thing, got 3-4 pair of socks. Right before they about to do my measurement, we supposed to be serious. One of my teammates, he want to still be joking in front of the scout. Hey, y'all, look at Chico. Look at Chico. He got on 3-4 pair of socks. Ha, 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 ha. I'm like, man, will you shut the hell up? And finally, after he said it about the 5th time, the scout said, oh, come on, dog, I can't let you do that. He kind of whispered it to me. Like, he was like, I was going to let you get away with it, but your boy over there just keep talking. You got to take those socks off, dog. So I got my real height instead of getting about 6'3", which would have helped me out, you know, I feel like in the long run. So to my teammate that did that, I still want to slap you. Still want to slap. We just end it right there. That's my story about my inches being taken away.
Yeah. They account for that kind of stuff now, Chico.
They do now, but back then
Yeah.
I was
Like, for
a step
instance,
ahead.
you either gonna be barefoot or they're gonna measure you starting at that point of where the bottom of your foot actually is, not the floor. It's the same thing when you do the vertical jump. You know, you have to
There's
stretch
ways to
your
get by
arm
that
all the
too.
way up, and the
Oh,
jump starts from the tip of your fingers.
I've seen them have to actually literally push a teammate hand up there
Yeah,
because he want to
yeah, you
bend.
got to extend.
Yeah,
Yeah, stop trying to shoot
yeah.
the drill.
Well, I definitely was that close to cheating the drill with my socks. We at the 44 mark, man. Appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. This is the morning run. Runners have mounted up in the chat. Y'all let us know what y'all thinking right now. Put your
I
city,
don't
your
even know if I
state,
want
and
you
your
to say the runners
comments.
mounting up no more. Like,
Why?
I don't know, but
Runners
cause I
came out
don't
of it.
know,
What's
man. It
wrong?
all, man, Chico, you just take, man.
Well, whoop de do. I can't tell you what to do with your mind. I can't tell you what to be thinking out there. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm meaning. It's as straight as a board.
Freako Chico, my boy. Yes,
Said,
sir.
Chico, you said too much. They're about to roast you. Hey, man, roasting is all right.
That's right. Ain't no wrong with a
Do
little
your thing.
rotisserie. Ain't that right, Chico?
Hey,
One thing
like
about it though.
Like Chico said, all I need is one more inch, a little
All I
inch.
need was that little extra inch, dog. Damn.
That Chico, like it, so let's say you went to the league, Chico.
I'm glad. I'm kind of glad I didn't, Dukes, because I would have literally broken my neck. I would have literally said, God, if at that time, 22 years old, 23, if God would have said, son, you could play in the league, but your ass can't walk at 40, I would have said, fine. But me being of that age now, I'm glad I didn't, because I know I would have sacrificed everything, dog. So God said, no, I ain't gonna let you do that.
Not all right. So look, let's say he would have said, yeah.
I'm dead serious.
Listen what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not
I'm
mad
with
at
you.
you, Chico.
No, I'm talking about. I'm with you. Go ahead.
All I'm signing bonus, 500,000. What would have been your first big purchase?
Now put yourself in that mindset back then. Now,
back then,
don't be Chico now.
Back then,
yeah.
Y'all don't know. I've never been a big time flosser or nothing like that.
But you weren't finna donate it to the Bible school either.
Nah, I would have probably bought a house, set my mom up, invested the rest of it. But seriously, back
You
then,
ain't gonna fix that church one.
I had to put.
You got 500. You ain't finna, boy. That's why God never see right there. I
ain't get there. I was gonna go there. I ain't get there.
A house.
I remember though the offer.
See,
The offer
that
was
church
3
wouldn't
years,
be first.
$275. That's what it was. That's what it was back then. It was like 3 years, $275,000. Want you to come in, compete with L.J. Smith, which was the tight end for the Eagles. I was thinking to myself, yeah, I'm gonna beat him. Or that's the same type of tight end I am. At least, that's why they bringing me
right.
in.
Hey, you
I'm
right.
dead serious. LJ was a
too.
dog.
No, you right.
Yeah,
I ain't
never
kept.
forget
I remember that.
Yep.
I don't remember that. I remember L.J. Smith.
And the guy that they brought in ended up being a dog also. And I think his name, if I'm not mistaken,
well, you say Shannon Sharp, I'm gonna jump through this computer screen.
No, hell no. Was it the hell was that Eagles tight end?
And I would have beat him.
Eagles brought in a tight end that ended up playing a lot after L.J. Smith. I forget his name, but that could have been your boy.
Dang, Brett.
Is it Brick Selleck? No, it can't be.
Brent Selleck.
Is it Brent Selleck?
Selleck. Yep. C-E-L-E-K.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
That was
Boom.
him. Yep. That would have been your dog. Free agent right after the draft.
But what you would have bought?
I would have set my mom up, bought my mom something.
You bought
me
your
a little
mom
car to get around. I would have stayed in a nice apartment up there, I would have definitely wouldn't have tried to buy no mansion or nothing. My whole thing was this, Dukes. Even before going to college, my thing was I want to get a D1 scholarship. I want to play 3 years in the league so I can make a minimum of 200. And because it was crazy when they said 275, my thing was I want to make a minimum of $275,000, get out the league, and invest in business with the money that I made playing football. I felt like that was free money.
Hey, they keep saying Hank Basket. Hank Basket played wide receiver.
Yeah, Hank was a wide receiver.
He went to New Mexico State, New Mexico, one of them, because I was recruiting a kid at UNLV, John Geis. He played on the other side of Eric Wright, and he got his money by locking Hank Basket up, UNLV versus New Mexico in 2005, 2006.
Hank Basket messed up when he had that
Playboy
series with I think it was, who was that girl? Kendra Wilkinson.
Yeah, the Playboy
on
girl.
MTV and stuff. Yeah, that kind of messed him up. Showed him in a different light, and then he got that fumble in the Super Bowl, and that was it.
We talking about when Chico came out. Hey, Basket came in as a receiver. We can bet Dwayne Smith. We can cash out bet that one, or we can bet some push-ups.
Yeah. Hank was a receiver, definitely not a tight end.
Hey,
Dwayne, we got to bet that one, Dwayne.
Speaking of betting, don't forget to go to mybookie.ag.
That's right. Yeah, mybookie.ag is okay with me. Hello,
we official now.
Type in the code TMR. And Chico, like I told Chico, let's tell you, man, look, like don't let all this back here fool you. These mountains and all. It's nice. It's
That's right.
nice. Don't. Chico, I'm from West Jackson. I play squares, man. When I seen they had squares, that's all I need, dog.
They got squares on my bookie. MyBookie.ag, right?
Yep.
Use
MyBookie.ag.
code TMR.
Use the code,
TMR.
y'all.
That's what you got to do. Use the code and put your money in too. Don't just sign up and just have it sitting on your damn phone. Sign up and use it.
Yeah, you get. I think the minimum was like $45, $50. Go man, go drop that 50. And yeah.
And I think they're backing up the first 500.
Yeah, for sure. However much you want to bet.
Yeah.
And right
Hey,
now, I'm telling you, I'm betting with Colorado this weekend. Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
You got to.
I would say that also. Colorado game plan coming into this week. Since it's Friday, let's get our 3 keys to victory real quick before we get up out of here. I will say this. I think it's not going to change from the past couple weeks for Colorado. It's the same game plan. You were up 14-0 in both of those games. Now it's time to, slam the hammer down and finish it. Continue to stick with that run game. Stay efficient. Take care of the ball. No penalties or keep them at a minimum. And you should be fine, man. Keep them off the field. They want to play ball control football too. We could do the same thing, but let's just score on the end of those. And if we start early like we did the last 2 games, let's keep that lead. 14-0 should be good. What y'all think? 3 keys of victory for Uncle Neely and Duke Scoop.
3 keys. 150 yards plus on the ground, and that's counting QB. So give me 150 on the ground, which is going to correlate to time of possession, and give me 2 takeaways. Like if we and 2 takeaways, I want to point out to the runners in my book that's the other team going for it on 4th down and you're stopping them. That's the same as a turnover. So I'm not talking about 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. I'm talking about it could be 2 turnovers on downs. It could be 2 picks, 2 fumbles, whatever. 2 takeaways, 150 on the ground, and as that equates to time of possession. And I'm still going to fall back to my old faithful from last week, Dukes. Not going to attach a percentage to it this time, but just the numeration. We have to be better than them on 3rd down. I don't care about 1st. I don't care about 2nd. I don't care about 4th. Statistically speaking, the end of that ball game, we would need to have converted more 3rd downs than they did.
No, I agree. I think the 3rd down conversion, and you saw, you got to do what you did last week, except for turning. If you play, let me say this: erase the turnovers and do what you did last week, and you win.
That's simple.
That's simple. Erase the turnovers, do the same thing you did last week, you win. Even I'll take the mistakes too. You give me last week's game without the turnovers. My 3 keys to victory are going to be turnover 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's it. Eliminate the turnovers. You win that ball game. Play the same way you did last week, and you still win. That's my key to victory.
Bam, there it is.
You only had 6 penalties last week, if I'm not mistaken. So keep those penalties, at 6 or less, and you'll be good, man. Penalties.
They really did everything you can do but win.
Right.
That was the most dominant 14-point loss.
And let's be real about it, fellas. Of the losses, the 3 conference losses, that is, 2 of them, statistically speaking, you won the games.
What's up?
Like you got beat at Houston.
Yeah.
But the other 2 conference games, I mean, you're talking about 14-point leads.
I hate to see them get up 14 now. I can't stand it. Go up 10. Go up, do 17. Don't go up 14. PTSD.
Nah, just if you get up, man, just know that, we can't let up. And we can't think the ball game over. We can't think that that other team is going to quit. Coach Sataki said about his team when they got down 14, he was like, you know what? We're going to stay steady. We're going to bring them into deep waters, meaning that 3rd and 4th quarter, and see how they respond then.
Well, for me, Chico, that's really the difference. I'm not talking about individual talent, because clearly we got individual talent. To me, that's the difference in the teams we face. Dukes, do not get me wrong. The quarterback cannot turn the ball over 3 times in the game. Salter would sit right next to me and tell you that he played like shit that game. Like that, no one's running from that. Totally agree with that. Georgia Tech turned it over 3 times, still won. Because they got a different mindset about it. BYU was down 14 and still won because they got a different mindset about it. We have a 14-point lead and somebody can go up on just 3 on us, and like we hit the panic button.
Yeah,
Like you got to flip the mindset that I am that dude.
that's right. I heard Eddie Murphy say, I have no problem. I've mastered the art of walking away from toxic situations happily. Where we going with that? Mindset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mindset.
But
If you
Chico,
get down or you get up, you can't be celebrating that you're up 14. Now you still got work to do, dog.
now
Have that right
this
mindset.
don't have nothing to do about no score, but it's just a
What up,
life
Dukes?
philosophy. What did we talk about before, Chico, about FOMO? Fear of missing out. When you erase fear of missing out from your life, that's how you get that Eddie Murphy in you. Because you
That's
know you ain't
right.
missing nothing. You walk off.
Right. You can walk off happily, dog. My mindset. I'm good. I'm good with
Hey, man, I
myself. I'm
love
good with my
Chico, man.
decision. I'm good with my decision, dog.
Oh man, you're
You
right.
good with your decision, Dukes?
All he needs is an inch. I mean, I'm sorry, an additional inch.
Give them an inch and they take a yard. Give them a yard, they take a mile.
Oh man,
Chico just
Once a
need an
man and
additional
twice a
inch.
child.
boy,
Huh?
you're crazy, man.
Just need an additional inch.
Just need that additional inch, dog. You know, I had the girth. I just need the inch on that,
I'm
you know.
all right, shit. I'm gone. This man
All
said
right,
he
thank
had the
y'all for
girth.
coming out. Y'all have a great
This
day. God bless you.
man sat here and said he got
I
the
got a
girth.
wide foot. Got wide, flat feet. What are you talking about?
Chico, I heard one like that before, man. Old man, and I'm talking about old man, not old like uncle. I'm talking about old enough like old man. He was trying to get him one at the bar, a little young thing to pay your bills. He said, "Now, baby, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't but 4 inches, but it's 4 big inches. It's
Unc
wide."
telling Unc can't be telling us what he be telling folks, man. Look at Dukes
he,
the dipped.
he said,
I'm
"Hey,
about to dip.
Chico," he said, think of a soup can.
Oh,
It ain't tall."
a can of black eyed peas. About to stretch some stuff out. You have stretch marks around that thing when I'm
This
done
dude
with you. All
said
right.
he got girth.
Hey
Hey,
man,
Deuce
I
Bell,
got wide foot.
Deuce
Yeah, wide
gone.
feet. Yeah, Dukes the dip, man. Once you said that thank y'all for coming out. I'm about to go on a hike this morning with the fam. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting up out of here early. Go get me some exercise in. You understand me? Go see a waterfall or something. I'll post it on my Instagram if y'all
Yeah,
follow
do
me.
that. Hey,
All right.
don't forget, man, tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Mountain is the kickoff. But tune in to Big Dog Chico's channel for the live play-by-play response. Who knows? Me and Chico, of course, do some of the half, but even later on, post game with some analysis. Uncle Chico on Sunday. I mean, it's a big weekend for Big Dog Chico channel, Deuce Scoop channel, pregame network channel. Then a big weekend just jointly going into the bye week for next week. And next week, the end of next week, we got a special episode on Thursday, the 100th episode of TMR. So y'all make sure if you don't do nothing, you tune in next week.
Yes,
Big
indeed.
100.
Thanks.
Big, like a soup can. Me and my Uncle Byron.
Keisha, I see your comment on there. You know you're lying too. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all have a wonderful, amazing, marvelous, gargantuan,
Girth weekend.
girthy day. Make sure y'all go to mybookie.ag. Also, go to unclechico.myshopify.com. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in with us and supporting us. 100 episode coming up. Until then, peace in the Middle East. You be you. Hey,
Cheer!
y'all.